We figured out how to stay in Thailand for a whole month in a hotel with free breakfast for $1,100. And today we're going to show you how we're doing that using points and miles. Hey guys, welcome back to Beyond Travel Check-ins with Saida.
And sometimes Jermaine.
So as we said, if you guys are interested in learning how we're planning out our next slow traveling destination to Thailand for $1,100 for 30 days living in a hotel with free breakfast included, this is the video that you definitely want to watch. So let's start off with telling the audience why is it that we chose Thailand and a hotel stay over Airbnb, because we did look at some Airbnb.
Okay, that's just a place we wanted to visit. I heard they have some cheap suits there, bespoke suits. Just a place we've been hearing a lot about, so we want to visit to see what's going on with it.
And why are we choosing a hotel stay over an Airbnb?
We just like staying in the hotels more than we like staying at Airbnbs. We just like the accountability factor more in the hotels. I can go right to the front desk if I'm having an issue. I just like the platform of hotels better. The online stuff, while I'm there,
check in,
check out. Yes. Now we may like do some Airbnb if we want to extend our stay or something like that.
Yeah, we may. But for the first 30 days, we are going to be doing the hotel, and we're thinking about staying at Holiday Inn Express Bangkok Sathorn.
Yes, I think that's one.
So let's talk about how our ISG credit card helped us do this. What's so special about the ISG credit card, and how did we get so many points?
Well, one reason I like the ISG credit card because it was only $99 a year, right? When we got ours at the time, it was I think 165,000 points signed on bonus. Sign up, sign on, however you want to put it. And in every anniversary, when you re-sign up for the card, you pay your annual fee again. They give you a annual free night certificate, and that certificate by itself to me is worth more than the $99. So once you got the card, it's a no-brainer just to keep it. So
would you say the $99 annual fee is worth it for the kind of value that we got?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So why didn't we use our points right away?
To be honest with you, well, when we first got the card, we were in the States. Okay. So when you're in the States, you don't quite get the value that you get using your points, ISG points for sure. And especially in like Asia, they seem to have the best redemptions. Yeah. So we didn't use it then. And you know what? I want to back up for a second. You say, what else makes the ISG card good? They give you like, once you get that card, it's $26 points for each dollar that you spend at an ISG hotel. So, I mean, in Asia, a lot of times you could find a nice one for under $100, sometimes 50, 60 bucks. And you get 20, I think it's 26 times the points, man. That's a lot of points you can accumulate. And you can definitely use those points over there on some nice redemptions. So if we book a hotel for $50, we'll earn 26 points for each of those dollars on the $50. So 26 times 50. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So let's talk about how the ISG points sale saved us over 50%, and so we're going to talk to you about like how we got the points. So how did we turn $1,140 into almost a free month stay in Thailand? Well, ISG has these sales that they put them on certain times of the year. I don't know. I think they do it at the end of the year sometimes. We caught one of the sales. It's buy one get one free. I probably wouldn't buy them unless they would buy one get one free, just to be honest with you. But it was $1,140, right? So I got 14,000 points, because I think it's a penny a point when you do it that way. Yes. But since it's buy one get one free, it's basically a half a penny a point. So basically I got the 114
Then I got another 114, which add up to 228.
So 200. So when we bought the points for $1,140, we were buying 114,000 points.
Right.
Then since it was buy one get one free, we got another 114,000 points for free.
Right.
Which gave us 228,000 points.
Right.
For almost half the cost of a normal.
Right, and those kind of points you can kind of play around with.
Because and what's that mean?
That means, okay, if you don't find a good redemption on a certain day, all right, you can just go to Airbnb for another day until you get to, you can really find a great deal. That's one good thing about Asia that I see. They have some pretty good deals, and if they don't have a deal that day, hey, just wait it out.
Yeah.
You'll get a good deal.
So as a husband and wife team, Jermaine and I have our specific roles that we play in this process. And Jermaine does a lot of the like major work when it comes to the points and miles. Whereas like when it comes to the content creation, I think it's more, I do some of the work. So we kind of just like balance it out. So for me, he's the one that's kind of telling you guys about all the ins and outs of it. But one thing I want to tell you guys about is the risk, because when he came to me with this idea talking about, okay, we're going to spend $1,140 to buy some points. And, you might be wondering to yourself, is it risky? So me not having all of the information that he has, you would ask me, is it risky? When he broke it down and he explained that this amount of points will allow us, we could stay, he would show me, we could stay at this hotel in Thailand, or this hotel for 30 days in Thailand, or this hotel for 30 days in Thailand. It makes sense. It made plenty of sense. So was it risky to buy hotel points with cash? When we bought the points some months ago, because it was a couple of months ago we bought the points, right?
Yeah.
Like February.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like
something
February.
Like that, yeah.
And we haven't used them yet. I was thinking, do they expire? Those kind of things. Do they? Do they expire?
No.
Okay. And are there plentiful options in Asia for people to use the points on? Nice options?
Yeah, most people go to Vietnam, ISG, Vietnam, Thailand, different parts of Thailand,
Cambodia.
Bangkok, whatever.
Can you use them in Cambodia maybe?
Yeah, a lot of people go to, I think it's Bali.
Yeah, Bali.
It's a lot of options.
A lot of places in Southeast Asia.
And just to be honest with you, if you want to save them up, you can always go to the Maldives. Just to be honest with you now, it's going to cost you a whole lot more points than just going. You ain't spending 30 days in
No,
Maldives.
you're not going to spend the 30 days.
You might spend, we probably got enough for 2-3 days maybe, on a good deal.
So that's another option. Like with the points that we buy on the buy one get one free promotion, you could stay in Maldives, like he said, for 2 or 3 days. So that's something to actually look at as well.
Well, and think we did 1,100. So imagine you got 2,000.
Yeah.
That's probably 200,000 plus 200. That's 400,000.
Yeah.
You for sure got 3-4 days there. Well, I shouldn't say for sure.
Yeah,
you the wrong days.
yeah, you get the wrong days. No.
Right.
So how much? Let's talk about how much the stay actually costs for us in points. Okay.
Right.
How much value are we actually getting per night? Do you know the answer? I know I'm asking you questions off the top of your head.
Yeah, I would think it's less than $40 a night, right? Yeah, I think something like that.
Okay.
Don't you have it on here somewhere?
I don't know. I think it's like $33 per night.
Okay.
It's about $33 per night for the hotel, which is pretty affordable if you were even paying cash.
Yeah, where you gonna find a $33 hotel, like especially not in the States?
And a pretty decent one that includes free breakfast. And like you said, $33. Then if you're using your ISG card, you're also getting those 26 points per dollar or 24 points per dollar?
Well, not how we're doing it.
No. I was just saying,
yes,
if somebody had the ISG card and they wanted to pay the $33 a night.
Yeah, but you're not going to get it for $33 a night if you're paying cash. The math works a little different.
It's sometimes. A little bit different.
So that's why it's all ISG. It's a good idea to buy those points.
Okay, because you get a better
deal.
Value.
Yes.
Okay. Would we have saved this much money in another country, or is Thailand special?
You could do it in other countries, but you're not going to get that in the States. Nothing like that, really. Not on a consistent basis. Like I said, all the countries kind of around it, you will. But yeah.
Okay. Can anyone do this, or do you need to have perfect credit and a ton of money to start?
Well, not perfect credit. Credit needs to be decent, though. You can't have bad credit because who's going to give you a credit card bad credit? You know what I mean? But only to start, you need that $1,100. You got that $1,100. You got 200 something thousand. It might not work out the 30 days. It might work out the 20 something days.
Depending on where they choose to stay.
But
right?
if you go to Thailand for 20 something days, I mean,
for sure.
And free breakfast, because most of the hotels have breakfast in them.
And if you guys want to get started learning how to use points and miles to offset the cost of your stay and stay really cheap or even free at some places like we do, we'll leave a link to our how to travel for free guide down in the description box. And we'll also within that guide, there's a link to the ISG card, and it talks to you about the promotions, because the promotions do change from time to time. Jermaine, what's an extra benefit that we're getting from this month-long stay that travelers miss? So let's talk about the perks.
You mean like, well, first of all, you get the milestone rewards, right?
Okay.
I think you start at 20, 30, 40, like every 10 nights. So you have a few things you can pick from. I know on the lower levels, it's like food and beverage credits.
Okay.
Maybe like some more points. So if you can use the points for another stay, if you don't want the food and beverage credit. Once you start getting the 30, maybe I think 40 nights, now you can kind of get the lounge pass for the year or whatever. I don't know if you get it for the next year too. I can't remember. Okay. But that's like lounge food at night. You know what I mean? A lot of times, what I heard, they have almost like dinner type food.
Yeah, so we've done lounges, and lounges, right. You could eat a full meal in a lounge a lot of times.
Right. So if you're getting breakfast, you get almost like a full meal at dinner.
Yeah.
Now you just have lunch.
Yeah.
And lunch in some of these countries are pretty cheap. So now, if you get to that much, now your cost is getting pretty close to that $1,100-$1,200 price point.
So the longer you stay, the more the bonuses and the loyalty perks add up over time, would you say?
Yes, and along with having that credit card, because that one of the reasons you get 26 points is having a credit card and you get platinum status with ISG.
Absolutely. And so we mentioned that we had been thinking about going to Thailand for a while, so we're going to just talk to you guys about why we waited one to go to Thailand, but also why we waited so long to use our points. And I think we might have talked about this a little bit, but why didn't we use our points right away? Because I think some people might think as soon as you get your points, you need to use them up.
Well, okay. Truthfully, right, we know about ISG now, but we usually stay at Hyatt's. So it didn't fit. We didn't find any good redemptions in the States when we were living in the States, right? So there's no need to just burn up the points. We want
and how
good
about
deals.
Here in Kenya? Is there any good redemptions?
Not like in Asia, no.
Exactly.
So we still hold them. But when I started looking into the Asia thing, I said, that's why we bought some more points. So just in case we want to go back or stay longer or whatever. So now we have the 165 we already had, plus what, 228?
Yeah.
So how much is that?
Three something. 165 and 228.
Yeah, like 390 something.
Yep, a good amount.
Yeah.
We'll say a good amount.
Yeah, so 393 I think it is. Man.
You said 228 and
165.
165. That's 393,000 points.
I forgot. We did use some, so we probably got 365. Like
okay.
We stayed a couple different places. But yeah.
Yes.
But that's a lot of points.
So you may be wondering to yourself, like, how can you do this? How can you get started? Jermaine, so what are the first steps someone should take if they want to do what we're doing?
Well,
where should they start?
Well, first of all, we have a guide.
Yes.
That you can download. Other than that, do your research. But to be honest with you, man, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not, and that's the thing. We're not gatekeeping. We're sharing the information. We put together a whole guide that makes it really easy for you to start at the beginning and work your way through in an easy kind of way and not have to spend 12, 24, 58, whatever hours working on this. It's not like an all-day thing. Right.
If you can make $2,000 a month, right? You can do this because the most expensive thing is going to be buying the points, your plane tickets. right? So if you stay for 90 days, I think you stay in Thailand 90 days,
Yep,
right?
I think you stay for 90 days.
I mean,
with no visa, you just go.
that means the airplane ticket's just in the first month expenses, not the other two.
Right.
So now you just worrying about your food once so
and
it's
food is very inexpensive. In Thailand.
so the math probably comes out to about 15, 16, 1700 a month, and you can be there and eat. And well, you have to find a way to get around, but they have the train station right next to that place right there. So
right.
Yeah.
And so Jermaine and I, we're empty nesters, parents of adult children, parents of grandparents of 3 grandchildren. And so you may be saying, oh, this is only for older people. This is for retired people, and we're not retired. But is this only for older empty nesters, or can families and solo travelers benefit too?
Well, solo travelers for sure. Even families, right? Even if you have you gotta go to work after 2 weeks. That's enough to get you a hotel for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, nice time.
Might be enough to get you 2 rooms for 2 weeks. I can't remember the math, but it's close to it.
Yeah.
So at least 10 to 12 days. No, man, anybody can do it. I wish I'd have found it earlier in my life. To be honest with you, I probably would have ditched, I guess, traditional working a little bit earlier, because that's the thing. You want to make sure you can do it. Yeah. Right. But since we moved over here to Kenya, man, now we know it's much easier than we thought it was.
Absolutely. And so you don't have to feel like it's something that is just monumentous and you can't do it. It's definitely something that you can do. If you would like to talk with us one-on-one, we should have a link in the description if you want to set up a consultation with us. Or again, we have our guide. If you're the kind of person that you're just like a self-starter, you can grab the guide and it'll walk you all through it. So guys, make sure you put a like on this video if you found value in it. Make sure you also subscribe to our channel, and we will catch you guys in the next video. And we will also link to 2 videos after this for you to check out that can help you on your journey of traveling the world, slow traveling, or retiring abroad. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye.